Good evening. Thanks for joining us on this snowy evening. We have team coverage of the winter storm with the latest on the road conditions, delays at MSP, and how long this snow will last. Let's begin with Belinda in the backyard. Hey, Belle.
Well, hi, Julie. It's been quite a day. Of course, the snow started in the western suburbs at 4 a.m. and it wrapped up finally around 6 p.m. in the eastern suburbs. Let's take a look at this hour, I should say. You can see that snow is finally ending, and it is really retreating quickly. As you note there, it is already through western Wisconsin and now into central Wisconsin, where the snow is still coming down. So good news there. No more accumulating snow. May the shoveling commence. And it is very heavy snow, and that is one thing that is impacting the roads. We have noticed there is a difference between the western suburbs and the eastern suburbs, and Chris will talk more about that, but it's probably because when it first started this morning at 4 a.m. it was a lot warmer, and so that snow did pack down, and then the new snow fell on top of that. So there is more ice as the temperatures have dropped off throughout the area in the last few hours. So you note that we still have some slow go around the metro and around the area, but the snow that is continuing to fall has now moved off to the east. So our current temperature is sitting at 22, 24 in South St. Paul. And I will tell you, we're not going to really improve from here at all. Those temperatures will continue to drop just a few degrees. Those winds will pick up. And with that, we will have single-digit wind chills all day tomorrow. So this is what happens overnight, and by morning it is 20 degrees. So everything will freeze solid. Just remember that. All right, we'll come back. We'll let you know the totals and also what the rest of your week looks like in just a few minutes.
All right, thanks, Belle. We're also following breaking news at MSP, where at one point this afternoon all the runways were shut down because of the snowstorm. Danny Spiewak joins us with the latest on the efforts to get them back open again. Danny?
Well, there's certainly a lot of frustrated people here at MSP tonight. Some of them might be spending the night. This board here is not a pretty picture. Right now, you have more than 200 either delays or significant cancellations coming in and out of MSP. And as you mentioned, that's largely because the airport had to shut the runway down at one point earlier this afternoon because there was so much snow and the visibility was so poor. But conditions are improving. The crews got to work pretty much right away, and they were able to open one runway and now two. So the flights are now operational coming in and out. But of course, as we know, when a storm hits MSP, there's always going to be that ripple effect. And there are a lot of people that have had to change flights and now can't get onto a flight until tomorrow. That was the case for a couple that was heading to Bismarck, North Dakota, trying to get in today, but that is not going to be the case anymore.
Well, it ain't so bad seeing it canceled if you could get on a next flight or a flight after that. You know, we knew the snow was coming and it could be a hit and miss, but we didn't think it was going to be a miss till tomorrow.
And an airport spokesperson told me that they do expect possibly hundreds of people to have to either stay at the airport or find a hotel nearby just because of all those cancellations that occurred. But if you look at the board, after 7 p.m. tonight, a lot of those flights are going to be able to get out. So situation definitely improving. Back to you.
All right. Thanks so much, Danny. Within the past few hours, Minneapolis and St. Paul have both declared snow emergencies, so be sure to follow your city's guidelines when it comes to parking on the street. Now let's head out to Mobile 11, where Chris Harapsky has been following the latest on the roads. Hi, Chris.
Hi, Julie. Yeah, so we're on 35W South right now in downtown. We're about to get onto 94 West, kind of by US Bank Stadium. Take a look at the roads. So the Plaza's done a remarkable job of getting the snow off here in the central metro area, but you're left with this veneer of ice. So it is slick, and we are starting to see more and more spinouts right now as people get a little braver, I guess, picking up speed. I want to go over the crash numbers from the State Patrol from 6 a.m. to 4 p.m. 308 crashes as of 4. 34 with injuries, 0 fatalities. 204 spinouts, 17 jackknife semis. You can add 18 to that. We just saw one on 35 here. And I want to show you a tweet. This is interesting. I didn't realize this. This came out from the Chaska Police Department. And they're basically reminding us that it is state law that says you have a legal duty to drive with care. What does that mean? No person shall drive a vehicle on a highway at a speed greater than is reasonable and prudent under the conditions. So if you're in a 55 mile an hour highway, you may not be able to go 55 if the conditions don't warrant it, and you could get a ticket for about $115 there if you're not. So basically what I'm saying is you have to drive with the conditions, not with the speed limits when it's like that, and people should know that at this point. But again, as Belinda was saying, the West Metro was icy, about an inch of thick ice on the highways there on 494. We didn't see that in the East Metro. It got significantly better as we moved east. Central Metro, not too bad now either. but everybody should be able to get home if they drive slowly and safely right now.
All right. Well, that's good news. Thanks so much, Chris. You can stay on top of our winter weather with our free KARE 11 weather app. With the app, you'll get weather alerts, custom forecasts, and live radar.